What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. For those that don't know, my name is Alina Smith. I'm a writer and producer for projects like ITZY, Red Velvet, Produce 101, Fall Out Boy, and many others. And today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So I'm going to be recording a cover of Stay with Justin Bieber. And my idea for it is pretty much an acoustic, kind of chilled out, much slower cover. And to help me create that, I'm gonna be using a really cool website called Sessionloops. The reason I want to use this website for this cover is because what it does is it basically allows you to create custom guitar loops. This is kind of hard to wrap your brain around really, but basically you can take any of these pre-recorded guitar parts and you can combine them in unique ways to create your own chords in your own BPM. So let's say here, I've got my cover set up and I want to do it kind of slow. I want to do it in 116 BPM, which is much, much slower than the original. And I might even do slightly different chords. Well, using session loops, I can pretty much get exactly what I want. So thank you Sessionloops so much for sponsoring this video, and let's just jump straight into making this cover. Okay guys, so the first thing I'm gonna do here is figure out what chords I wanna use for the song. I'm thinking of making it a bit more soulful than the original because I do want to do this kind of like soulful acoustic thing. So I was playing around with, like these kinds of, seventh chords, kind of add 9, like all those types of chords. So I'm going to go ahead and play these in right now. Okay, so I just recorded this and this is what we have. So it's very close to the original. And the reason I wanted to do it this way is because now I can pull up the MIDI of what I played and I can see exactly what the chords are. And then I can go to session loops here and build the exact same progression, which is so cool, because for those of us that aren't guitar players, it really is difficult to get like a customized guitar part unless you hire somebody to do it, which, for a cover song, like let's say if you're posting covers on TikTok, you don't want to hire people every time. That's going to get very expensive. So this is a really, really fantastic alternative. I'm going to be using Nylon Dreams, which is Session Loop's newest pack. It's really cool. It's just all nylon guitar, which is not a sound I hear a lot. And I think it just is going to make it even more unique. So I'm gonna hit create new loop here. Now we get this almost like a track of a DAW that pulls up. It's pretty easy to understand. You can set how many bars you'd like this to be. You can set the key. You can set the BPM. I know the BPM is 116. It's right there in Ableton, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And I know the key is A sharp minor or B flat minor. So we're just gonna go ahead and set that. Now we can pretty much scan through these passes that have been recorded for this pack, and we can choose parts that we like and adjust them. So let's just take a look. I'm kind of singing the song in my head, trying to see what rhythm pattern it would go well with. Okay, this, I like that. I really like that. Let me see if this can be adjusted. So what we can do here is basically click on every chord, like, right? This automatically set it to B flat minor 7, but let's go ahead and check here what the first chord actually was. So basically it's F major with an added 7, possibly added 9. So let's go ahead and take a look. Right here, we can go to adjust the chord, and it's already giving me some suggestions. Yeah, there's the F sharp major 7. That's perfect. I love that. And then basically, I repeat the process for every other chord. For example, here, the second chord is D sharp minor 7. So we can go ahead and select that. D sharp, E flat minor 7. There you go. And you just hear the whole thing now. told you that I never would. Already that's really fun to me. I'm gonna put the BPM back up to 116. Boom, and then we can hear it exactly how it's going to be. Awesome. Okay, guys, and then I'm just gonna take a look at the rest of the chords and build this out just like I did. Okay, guys, I think this is done because this progression is just going to repeat. So what I need to do next is just basically download it and put it into my DAW. So it's downloading it onto my hard drive. And this is really, really fun too. It's like a cool feature of session loops. So let's say I want to kind of show off this guitar loop that I just made. I can literally like tweet about it, put it on Reddit, Facebook. And for every 3 plays that your loop gets, you get a credit, which is really, really great because a credit is basically creating one more loop. So it's really neat and helpful. All right, so I'm just gonna drag my loop in. We can compare it with the guitar, the piano chords right here. It's awesome. The only thing is this is syncopated. It pushes, as you can see right here on the second, it anticipates this chord before the second bar starts. So I'm just gonna make the same adjustment on the piano basically. And it's pretty easy. I can kind of see where it hits. It's right there. And I just drag these and ta-da, it's done. Cool. So yeah, basically I just can go ahead and loop this now. And what I'm thinking is I want to keep this cover pretty simple, like mostly focus on the guitar and the vocals. So I'm going to go ahead and sing now, and then I will jump back in and show you guys what I did. I'm back. I have recorded some vocals. I'll play it for you guys. It's very simple. It's really mostly a lead, as you can see here. And it's a little bit of like a pad background, airy vocal. I actually can show you guys how I processed it. And I couldn't help myself. I did change the piano. I originally played into like a synth pad, just for like a little extra vibe. And as I was doing it, I realized I was doing it off camera. So I hopped back in. So, but this is what it sounds like at the moment.
I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay. I need you to stay. Yeah, I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change even when I knew I never could. I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. Need you to stay. I need you to stay.
So, okay, yeah, it's really simple. There's not much in here yet, but I did notice something just now that is bugging me that we're going to change together. So the ending, right? If you listen to it, this guitar keeps going. It's very like loopy, right? It's very clear like, oh, this is just a loop, like repeating over and over again. So what I want to do actually is I want to go back to session loops and I want to create an ending. So we'll just start new loop. And I think when I was checking this out, I noticed that there were just held whole note chords like this, or like arpeggiated ones. So I think it will be fun. I think I don't necessarily want an arpeggio, just to replace those last 2 chords with this. And yeah, I can just check what those are real quick. I think it's these 2. Yeah, it's gonna be B flat and F. Okay, let me go ahead and make that. All right, guys, so I did it. This is what it sounds like. I actually did end up going with the arpeggio after a second because it kind of felt more like a real player ending the song like that, which is why I'm so excited about session loops, because I do play guitar, actually, funny enough, but I feel like playing, like just kind of playing, being able to play a little bit and being a guitar player are 2 very different things. Even just kind of the maintenance of the instrument. Like, I don't know the last time I restrung my acoustic because I'm very sporadic about when I play and how I play. So it's one of those things for me to create this on my own, for me to play this would probably be like a half hour of me trying to get it right, and then like another 15 minutes of me editing, you know, because I'm not very strong at guitar, so I wouldn't be very rhythmic, or I'd hit some bad notes. So I'd have to edit all of that out, which I'm sure all of you that are kind of just beginning guitar players probably relate to that struggle. So this just eliminates all of that, the need for that process. So yeah, and just generally about covers too, you guys. I know some of you guys are singers, you know, you record your original music, but you also might do some covers for just like promoting yourself on TikTok or whatnot. I basically recommend that you do these sort of flips, like what this is, right? Because if you know the original, you know it's like kind of like a synth pop song with really heavy synth bass with a really interesting rhythm. It's not slow like this, it's male. So I'm really flipping it. It's female, you know, it's much slower, it's much vibier. And I recommend you guys do that with your covers. Take a song you like and just really try to change it into a different genre or just a different mood. And it always helps if it's a different gender. So if you're male, try to do a female song, vice versa. So yeah, as far as vocals, it's really simple.
I do the same thing. I told you that I
Just kind of have my regular preset, you know, I'm de-essing, I'm boosting the high end a little bit right here with Pultec. Obviously I have really nice plugins, you know, for those that are starting out, you might not have like Waves or Universal Audio plugins, but you can still do, you know, boost a little bit of the top end, like 8 I was going to say 8 hertz, and I was like, wait, I don't think our ear can hear 8 hertz, 8 kilohertz, 10 kilohertz. Boost the brightness of your vocal to make it sound more pop, if this is the kind of style that you do, you know. And then this really helps too. I have my vocals bussing out to, you know, sense A and B. And here I just have a nice big reverb from Valhalla. Here I have an Echo Boy. You know, all of you guys that are producers, these are all like very basic tools. I'm not leaking any like, ooh, some secret knowledge. It's all kind of basic stuff. But it makes a big difference because if you hear even this vocal without this,
I do the same thing. I told you that I never would.
Like it sounds nice, but it doesn't sound as like vibey. These things, it's the sauce, right?
Told you I'd change even when I knew I never.
So yeah, and here for just extra kind of oomph, I did add these airy vocals, these pads. So the way this works is, as you can see, I'm adding an extra part as I keep going. I'm adding like a higher part. And then this one I think is a third above that. Yeah, so I'm just building this harmony to kind of keep going, and then it suddenly stops right here.
Told you that I never would need you to
Everything
stay.
cuts out, and it's just the ending. So it's just some very basic dynamic principles applied in here. But yeah, the way I have this airy vocal setup is with Valhalla Shimmer. Highly recommended. And then honestly, I'm just boosting brightness with UAD, like a 1073 clone, and then just like a little bit of regular EQ, this equalize plugin that I use a lot. So yeah, it's super simple. I want to add a little bit to it, not too much, probably like a bass, a kick, and a snare, nothing crazy, and maybe just on the second half. So I want to go ahead and do that. I usually prefer MIDI for my drums just because I can drag in any sound and audition any sound. I basically choose drum rack here, and basically you can fill these slots with anything you want. I have a kick folder here of just stuff that I really like, so I can look through and see, you know, if I like that, for example, and I can go ahead and play it right here. Yeah, this seems like a good one. I honestly just want something really nice and simple. I'm not gonna play like a crazy drum pattern.
I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change even when I knew I never could.
Yeah, I think that's already pretty nice. And let's just go ahead and kind of bring in a little snare here. Okay, let's look for like a snare or maybe even a clap. If I look in here. Yeah, something like that. Maybe I can just adjust it a little bit, make it less bright, a little more like, oh yeah, maybe I can verb it out and make it just like kind of filtered. So
I do the same thing.
I've got all kinds of mad latency when I record for YouTube. So I'm like, it actually goes here, okay? So yeah, and just very simple, like fly it everywhere right here. And then I'll probably add Valhalla on it. You guys, if you watch my channel, you can't escape Valhalla. You know I like this verb. Oh, I put it on the kick. Wait, wrong place. No. I was right. I see.
I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change.
Something like that, and then I just want to really filter it. Like I'm just gonna use Ableton's EQ and just do this.
I do the same thing. I told you that I never would.
Yeah.
Told you I'd change even when I knew I never could.
That sounds really good to me, and I just honestly want to add a really simple 808. And what I'm going to do is just take the bass notes of this piano part that I played. So the easiest thing in the world is just goes boom, 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 you know. It's really pretty simple. Just delete the top notes. And I will use Sublab for my 808 because that's the best 808 plugin that I know. If you guys don't have it, highly recommended. I'm not sponsored. I just like this plugin a lot. Let's see. Okay, cool. Yeah, you know, we could go, I even almost want to EQ this too, kind of just to be very chill. Oh, you know what? No, I'm going to use this right here. I've made this a while back, this preset No Attack Sub, because it literally just does that. It doesn't have like a click up top. And then I want to just get rid of some of the higher frequencies and just keep the low. Cool. And then let's just turn it down a bit because it doesn't have to be aggressive. This isn't like a trap song. And let's hear.
Yeah, I do the same.
Oh, I need to slide chain the kick to the 808, please. So it's not crunchy. We don't like when it's crunchy.
Yeah, I do the same.
There we go.
Thing. I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change even when I knew I never could. I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. Need you to stay. Need you to stay.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the cover. I'll probably put this on TikTok. Follow me on there. It's the Alina Smith. That's my artist page. Or if you want to follow for more production tips, even more, I'm actually LYRE Music Group. Have another account on there that's all about production and these types of things, these types of tips, but short. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As you can see, I would not have been able to do it this fast and this quickly without session loops. So I strongly recommend you guys check them out. They have 10 packs so far. They're not all just acoustic guitar. Some are more electric vibes. Like you can listen through here. You know, just choose what you like. And they have a free 14-day trial, which is really fun. You can just test it out, see if it's something for you. And their plans start at $5.99. And as I mentioned, if you do share your loops and people are listening to them, you can also get some free credits, which is super cool. All right, you guys, and that was pretty much it. That is how you can so easily create your own unique cover of any popular song. As always, if you guys have questions, ask them down below. And on this note, I'm gonna go. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.